The sport of mountain biking and snowboarding were both sort of running a parallel as far as what individuals were willing and capable of doing. There wasn't a clear edge of what was too fast or too far. The sport was getting bigger and faster and steeper and more technical. And what was exciting was your little group of friends that were super stoked and cheering you on as well. But it was knowing that you could ride something you couldn't ride the day before, and then dreaming about what you could ride the next day. I was at the top of my game. I was a young kid, and then one day I found the edge, and that was the day that I broke my back. My name's Christian Begg. I'm a mechanical designer. If I don't build it, no one else will. Now I'm paralyzed, and I quickly recognized that I was going to be 100% dependent on technology. Initially, I just really wanted to get back to the things that I loved and the figuring out of how to keep up and be that pioneer that you were part of in these past sports. I had tried making sort of off-road mountain bikes, like adaptive mountain bikes for a while, but none of them did what I wanted them to do, because I went on a backcountry ski trip with my wife, and we went further than we would normally have gone off the groomed trails, and I kept tipping into tree wells, and I was frustrated and furious. And I thought, how do I get around nature? How do I get to the raw wilderness? 5 attempts at off-road bikes that had just failed. And it was actually cross-country sit skiing that sort of led me to take this ski that I've developed that will accommodate side slopes, flip it upside down, put it on that bike, and what I created was the Bowhead Reach. The Reach evolved to this super professional, 3-wheeled, electric motor, articulation, best bike parts on the planet. We made a mountain bike. The Reach was never intended to be for anyone else. Now people come to us after years of not being able to go into nature. Watching someone get to go hiking with their kids for the first time in a decade is pretty impactful. Chad, for example, that just got his bike yesterday. He's never gone to the mountains. And now all of a sudden he gets to be at the ridge top at Fortress Mountain, burning around like a maniac.
The places we all went today, I couldn't have accessed them in a wheelchair. So it just opens up different opportunities that I can go and see different stuff that I never had the chance to before. And I had just a blast.
That's what he was after. You could see it in his face. The getting back into nature was my goal because I knew it was an achievable goal. I think I'd long since given up on what I got from snowboarding and biking when I was in my teens. And I think I convinced myself I was out of that phase of my life regardless of being in a wheelchair or not. But then once the Reach got to the level where you're sitting at a ridge and you can either go down to the left where the trail isn't or follow the road, and it's like, well, here's my opportunity. Do I go off the ridge? And it's that heart-pumping feeling and yeah, taking the risk. Get to have these moments in nature that I had when I was a kid. And it's unbelievable. Wouldn't trade it for the world.